Okay, in this video we're going to tie a mayfly emerger with a CDC feather. CDC is the, I'll show you here, called a canard, and I'm using a dun, a dark dun. You could use a brown or whatever color you want. The CDC is a waterproof feather. I'm going to use black thread. The hook is a number 14. I've put it in the vise this way because I'm going to tie the tail back here on the bend. Try and use as little thread as possible back here. Keep the profile nice and thin. I'm going to use 3 or 4 barbules. I want to end up with 3. I have 4 in there, so there. I now have 3. Two wraps, and then I pull for length gently. Cut that off. For the body, I'm going to use an artificial material, and what it represents, you could do the same thing with a peacock herl and strip it with an eraser. But I'm going to use this because it's a good material. You can get it in different colors. Sharpen it up and I can tie that on there and keep the profile nice and thin. Give myself a half hitch. That's about where I'll be putting the wing. I'm going to get that point out of the road. Okay. I'm going to grab this with my hackle pliers. Careful not to put too much pressure pulling because I don't want to break it. Now I'm going to overlap this material because it's a little wide. And I want to keep my segmentations down fairly small. That'll do it. Okay. Get rid of that tag. Now, what I'm going to do is use deer hair for my wings. And it doesn't take a lot. keep your clump down nice and small. Now comb the under hair out. Put it in the stacker. Now, I'm going to tie the wings in tip to the front, and my wings will be about that high. So, start my wrap like that, one loose wrap, bring your thread up, and just pull. Give yourself 3 or 4 good wraps. Cut that off. Now I'm going to stack underneath. Like so. Just going to cover the tags there like that. What I'm going to do now is split my thread. I'll give myself a little length here. There we go. I have it split. Now to keep it split, I'm going to hook this into it. There we go. I'll wax this. Now I'll take my CDC feather. And there's the feather. In order to use this, I made myself a block and I've split it with an X-Acto knife. I'm going to force the center spine down into the cut I've made. And what this is going to do is bring all the barbules straight up. I'll show you here. I'm using the needle to push the core down, or the center fiber, right, or the center stem, like so. And that's what you come up with. They're all standing up. At this point I use this tool and clamp it. I'll do that again. There. clamp it. And that's what you get. When you can see what I've done. I'm going to cut that stem out of there. Like so. What I'm going to do now is insert that where I've separated my thread, split it in half, like that. And I'll insert that in the center, let it go, like that. And then just give myself make a little rope, like a chenille. And that's CDC feathers. This is a nice full one, so I should be able to get by with just the one. Now I'm going to build up my thorax using CDC, like this. And whatever sticks up will go good with the wing silhouette. Build a nice head on there. Cut your thread off. Gonna hang my thread back up. Trim all the long ones off. See, underneath now, we give the illusions of the legs with that CDC. And there's your finished product. That's a mayfly emerger. What I do is I take that out of the vise, I gently pinch it and pull like that. If you can see it, what we're done now is we've curled the tail. Just going to gently do a small trim here. That is a mayfly emerger. I think you're going to enjoy this. When you see the mayflies hatching, the fish come up and they're just doing a slurp, you put that emerger on. Enjoy that.